Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. We're on the main road from Peyia, Coral Bay, and we're going to Paphos. This road is straight, so if you happen to be living in Paphos or living in Peyia, whether you're here for a week, a fortnight, or the rest of your life, once you find this road, you just stay on it. It's that simple. There's plenty of attractions to try and make you stop, though, always on one side of you. In this case, we're going from Peyia to Paphos. There's something called the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it's on our right hand side. And I tell you what, it does tempt you to stop. And of course, there's one or two beaches on the way. The beaches, well, there's beaches everywhere, but there's some famous beaches. You've got the Casonica Beach, you've got the Venus Beach, you've got the Lighthouse Beach, and on top of all that, there's little coves here, there, and everywhere. So if you want to sit on a deck chair or lie, I don't know, on a towel and lap up the sunshine in November, yes, in November, Paphos has got to be that special place for you. If you're curious to know what time it is and you're curious to know what the temperature is, well, look at that sky. It's looking rather nice. Look at the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. And it is 10 to 10 in the morning, and it is 28 degrees. Yep, you heard me correctly, 28 degrees, and we are in November. So probably today it's going to get to around 30, maybe even higher. But there's a nice breeze on the air, so of course that keeps you quite cool. But of course, you will bronze like crazy if that's what you fancy. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy. Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, we are waiting, especially for you. Here we go. Bit of a traffic jam coming up here by the looks of it. There's a speed bump, and this is the CU Beach Bar. So often people stop here and turn in because it's one of the best beach bars in Paphos. And of course, if your name is Sir Daniel Mahoney and there's a girl in your life who's very sweet indeed, and the girl's always right, good morning to you, Lady Sherry Wright. When Daniel brings you to Paphos, which is not going to be that long, not that far away now, he's going to take you there, and I'm pretty sure he is going to romance you. He's going to dance with you, and you're going to dip into the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and he's probably going to buy you lunch as well. CU Beach Bar, very popular bar indeed. It'll be open in about 15-20 minutes because it's not going to close until the end of November, and there's already 15 cars there already. Right, 2 or 3 might be staff, but judging by the cars, they're probably not. A little bit too expensive, if you understand me. Not many of the staff will be driving around in a BMW X6, but you never know. Maybe he pays them very well indeed. Bayside Kiosk is on the right hand side there. If you want a Romeo and Juliet cigar or any kind of cigar, they've got a very good selection on top of anything else. It's like a mini supermarket, anything you can want, from floating rings to go in the blue Mediterranean Sea, swimming shorts, bikinis, hats, sunglasses, tin of baked beans, whatever it might be, and a Romeo and Juliet. Get yourself in there. Look how this car stops at the red lights, Lady Andrew. See how we're getting very good, because they're putting speed cameras up. Yep, that's what they're doing. They put speed cameras up and traffic cameras. They've installed 2 traffic cameras in Paphos so far, and they said they're going to install 87. I think they mean island-wide, because I don't think there are 87 sets of traffic lights in Paphos, but maybe there are, I don't know. I've been through a few of them, that's for sure. Big shout out to some of the guys who like to watch the show now and again. If your name is Lady Anne-Marie, there's a man in your life called Sir Michael, and of course you've got a princess, and she's our princess, Princess Kaylee. We're missing you like crazy, and we're wondering, are you going to come to Paphos to celebrate yours and my birthday? Because if you do, oh my goodness, we're going to have a party. Look at this, a bit more off-roading in the Jaguar, because they're doing something outside the Atlantic and Maui Village, Paphos. Looking around with the sewers or something. There's always something going on in downtown Paphos. So if you want to know what's going on, don't forget to come back and see the little channel known as Marika and Me now and again. And while you're at it, why not hit the like? Why not hit that subscribe button? Doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend us to other clever, like-minded people like yourselves. But if you want to keep the channel afloat, well, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is Google these magic words. Buy me a coffee, Marika and me. That will take you through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform. It's totally safe, it's totally secure. And that's where you can virtually gift us that magic coffee or two. And we thank each and every one of you that does from the bottom of our two hearts. The list goes on and on. Debbie Llewellyn, we thank you very, very much. Nick and Kath, we thank you. Roberts and Carol, we thank you. And it goes on and on. I mean, Ronnie Zamiri, John Ricey, thank you very, very much indeed. And of course, many of our members are superstars as well, and it only costs you €10 a month. Automatically comes to us every month. And of course, it will keep us going, popping benzene in the tank, feed us now and again, armed by a blue t-shirt now and again, and of course, a big wardrobe for Sergeant Gracilian Booth. You can also help us out on YouTube, where the thumbs up button is. If you scroll across, you've got the shorts, you've got downloads, and there's a heart-shaped button with a $sign in the middle, and that's how you transfer some funds to us via YouTube. And we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. Big shout out to some of the guys who like to watch. If your name's Lady Rachel, there's a Cheshire grinning cat man in your life. And of course that is Sir Jason. But following your travels, you're off here, you're off there, you're in a hotel, you're whining, you're dining, you're living the dream, my girl, you really are. But of course he's a lucky, lucky man as well. And of course we're looking forward to seeing you next year. If your name's Lady Kerry, you're the greatest roadie in your life, and of course that is our Sir Tony. Sing your life out of it, baby. Keep going. You're going to be a superstar one of these days, that's for sure. And next time Kevin Costner calls you out, sit on his lap and make sure that you get his number, because he knows one or two people in the world, shall we say. Talking about Kerry, if you're a Kerry with an I in your name and a Graham in your life, it was our great honour to meet you. And of course, hopefully, you're going to come back and see us sometime early next year, because we know you had a great, great time in Paphos, and we had a great, great time with you. The list goes on and on and on, by the way. Lord Andy, Lady Nessie, we're missing you like crazy. Of course, our Dame Anne, she'll be back soon, but no, we are missing her. She's waltzing around in downtown Hartlepool. She's with Sir Peter, and she's walking the dog, Miss Purdy. Talking about the name Purdy, my Jaguar is called Purdy, and that's a reference back to the New Avengers. Do you remember her? Yeah, Joanna Lumley. She's a beautiful lady today, but oh my goodness, she was a beauty then. Not quite as beautiful as Miss Marika, but she was certainly beautiful. And of course, her name was Purdy. They all drove Jaguars, well, except for Steve. He drove a Bentley as well, didn't he? But he did have a Jag as well. So this Jaguar is called Purdy, and it does like to purr, as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns heard last night. He was standing in the car park outside the Alexander the Great, and he was protecting a car parking space for us because we were coming to meet them. And he, well, stupidly stood in the middle of the road, so I decided to try and run him over. But he's a swift, slippery little chap on his big buttons, and he moved very, very quickly. But he said, I did like the purr on that Jaguar. So we had a great night last night, hanging out with Lady so sweet Caroline, and of course Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. We've got another week or so to go yet. Clever people, they come out for 3 weeks, twice a year. A little bit like our day man. Very, very clever indeed. And this time he's staying in room 007. So of course the joke is the name is Bond, James Bond. There we go. We're almost in Paphos, and I'm going to say thank you for joining me again. Please don't forget to come back every morning. Mr. Paul is driving around somewhere in and around Paphos. Sometimes we go further afield. Next year we're going to be in Iron Apple on a couple of dates. One is a date for a wedding of the superstar known as Sir Tony, and of course the girl in his life, Lady Gosha. And of course we're also going to go to one of our superstars' birthday party. It's a big event for him. He'll be turning 49 again, actually 50. But that's in Iron Apple as well, and we're looking forward to that. So of course Sir Lee, Lady Victoria, and of course our superstar of daughter, Princess Layla. We'll be dancing, we'll be prancing in downtown Peyia, and you never know, we'll probably make the odd video or two. Paphos is coming up according to the sign, and we're on the tomb of the King's Avenue. We'll keep going that little bit to the, I tell you what, we'll take you down to the harbour just to see what's going on, so don't click off just yet. This is Tomb of the King's Avenue. Tomb of the King's Mall is going to come up. Tomb of the King's Mall roundabout is going to come up, and we're going to take a right, and we're going to head down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. The price of diesel has dropped a little bit because the government, in their great wisdom, have decided that the cost of living crisis is affecting us too much, so they decided to drop the price of benzene by 8.9 cents, which in English money is around about 6 pence. And I always find the irony in that. So in €1.70, the government is taking what, about €1.25 in various taxes, and they've decided to reduce a little bit of the taxes that they're taxing us. The price of benzene is cheap, and they always blame, well, Esso and BP, don't they? No, the price of benzene is cheap. It's about 35 cents a litre, and they're making a fortune as well. So the majority of the money's going to the government, so we know that. And they always wrap it up, and it's always somebody else's fault, isn't it? But there we go. That's the rant over, Lord Andy of Shropshire, and we hope you had a great meal. I noticed on Facebook you were hanging out and having a drink or two, and I'm pretty sure Lady Ness had a great meal as well. And well, we hope you did, anyway, we really do. Somewhere in downtown Shropshire. Big shout out to some stars in downtown Nantwich. Yeah, if your name is Lady Jessica. Of course, there's a man in your life called Sir Simon, and you've got two superstars. One's a princess, that's Princess Meghan, and a gangster, that's Gangster Max. Great family all the way from downtown in Nantwich, and with a great honour to be joined by them 4 or 5 nights on the trot, and they should have come and joined us every night, because wow, we had a great time in the downtown Paphos Harbour, and we're looking forward to doing it all over again. Lady Tracy, Sir Martin, Lady Victoria, you'll be coming out in and around May, and we're looking forward to that. And can't wait for the summer to come, to be honest. The winter's a great time, and we'll be off adventuring on scooters and doing all those kind of things because it's that bit cooler. But of course, summer's when it's really all about. That's when our friends come to Paphos, and that's when we can sit, chat, have a meal, and become even closer. And we do thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts for being our friends, for hunting us down in and around Paphos. Anyone looking for us, if you see us, come up and say hi. If you don't want to be on camera, wait for us to finish and come over and say hi. 2 big superstars in a place that's very close to my heart in downtown North Wales. I lived in a village called Manera, and I lived there from when I was 16 till about 23, and my grandparents lived in Manera from when I was 1 all the way up until we moved to Gwennymoney, and then back to Manera, and at that stage my grandparents were with us because they were getting older. So there we go, Manera. Big shout out to Lady Helen, and of course her Sir Phil. Hopefully you're having a great day indeed, and hopefully the weather is not treating you too badly. Let's hope so. The storm, I think, is coming to an end in the UK, and I hope none of our superstars have been inconvenienced too much, and I hope Christmas comes and blesses you, and I hope that you get a great time indeed. We are stuck outside the King's Hotel. Yes, we are. Lady Andrea, what's going on? The Cephalius Damon Hotel is just over there on the left-hand side. What's coming up now? Lots of these people now these bars and restaurants are very familiar to 2 of our great friends all the way in downtown Lancaster. And of course, I'm talking about Baron John and the girl who likes a little bit of cheese and a little bit of wine. Well, a couple of bottles, to be honest. That's Baroness Louise. They'll be coming to Paphos again in March and again in April. And in April, they're going to bring their super singing sensation of a daughter, and that's the baby barn hawk, Miss Fern. If she's coming, that must mean Harry the Keeper's coming, and that's the man in her life. The Paphos Mall, there it is on the left. Paphos Mall roundabout is right in front of us. Always going to take a right, and we're going to head down to the Paphos Harbour, and you are going to get a spectacality of a view indeed. straight out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. And I got a feeling it's going to be quite busy because there's a lot of people in Paphos still on their holidays. The hotels are still pretty busy. They're not closing down yet. There's plenty of apartment complexes, and a lot of people like to go for their morning stroll. It's already starting to get busy, as we can see. You know, but this time of year, remember, we're in the first week of November. Yes, always remember that. We're not in June, July or August. We are in November. Where else can you go and be guaranteed to get a holiday like this? The sky, it's a little bit cloudy because there's a bit of dust in the air, but normally it's very, very blue indeed. The sea ain't going to be blue, and there's going to be a lot of people walking around, having a breakfast, having a drink, having a stroll, perhaps smoking a la-di-da, perhaps tonking on a Romeo and Juliet, especially for Sir Martin, of course, Sir Bernie, and of course Lord Derek Scully. And of course I've got one in my hand and I'm going to light it up right now. So you enjoy the little drive down to the downtown Paphos Harbour. That's very, very nice indeed. It really, really is. It's a Romeo and Juliet number 2. Wow. Spectacality of a cigar indeed. We're coming to the harbour roundabout and we're going to head straight over, and you are going to get a view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. But we're going to stop because we don't want to run these people over. You never know. They could be happy family members, couldn't they, on the little channel known as Marika and me. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And don't forget to go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Google those words, up will come. And you can gift us that virtual coffee or consider to become one of our superstar members. Thanks for watching. We're going to go around the roundabout, give you one final view, and I'll see you very, very soon somewhere in downtown Paphos Harbour or somewhere in the Paphos district. Look at that. It doesn't get much better than that. Wow. Takes your breath away.